Hey everybody, Shadok here from SynergisticGaming in the Guild Wars 2 beta. In this video, I'm just going to quickly go over the interface. Yeah, it's kind of a boring thing, but a lot of people are interested in this. People who don't have the chance to get into the beta. I know I definitely care about the interface of a game because it really affects how good the game is or how bad the game is. So let's go through this real quick. First up here in the left right corner, you have Hero, which is your equipment, all of your equipment. When it has that symbol on it, that means it's damaged. Your equipment gets damaged every time you get knocked down or killed, I mean. And all of my equipment is damaged, which is bad because eventually it will be destroyed or be unwearable. I'm not really positive how it works, but it needs to be repaired. You don't want that to happen because it reduces the stats as well, and that's bad. We have skills and traits. So you have your weapon skills. You cannot change these. It just pretty much tells you what your skills are for all of your weapons and how much of it much you have unlocked. You unlock weapon skills just by using the weapons. Slot skills. These are skills that you unlock with skill points, which you get by both leveling and by doing skill point challenges, which are awesome. I completely love that concept. You find someone who, say, wants you to do a little puzzle or wants you to fight them, or you just find a cool book that you read or something and it gives you a skill point for finding it. So that's definitely a nice change of pace for games. You have traits. Traits are kind of hard to explain. They basically give you like little bonuses. You don't start unlocking traits until a higher level. I believe level 11 is when you get your first trait, and then you get them when you level up. I have 5 so far. You get them in level 10 actually, I believe. So like for example, I have 5 in strength, and it tells you what strength adds. This adds power and condition duration. Power pretty much affects your damage, and each trait will affect different things, and it'll show you how much it's actually affected by your current trait. Then I have Reckless Dodge. It requires 5 trait points in strength, which I have, so I have that. Every time I dodge roll, I will damage foes at the end of the dodge roll. So if I dodge towards someone, then I will damage them. And you cannot read what this one does. Like, you can't. I read what the second ones do, but basically, whenever you unlock a trait, like whenever you put traits in, you'll eventually need to unlock like the tier. Like I had to pay some money to unlock Adept, then you have to pay for Master and then Grandmaster, which each have new skills for new amounts of traits. Next up, my story. This is your personal story. It's basically like the campaign, and you can just look through all your quests and see what happened. I made my character. It's basically like a storybook of everything you've done, which is awesome. I definitely think this is great. Unlike games where you just delete your quest logs when you're done, or you just have a huge stack of quest logs for completed quests. It's just clutter and pointless. Well, the only quests in this game are your personal story. There are no actual random quests, and you can just kind of read through it like a book almost. Next up on here, you have crafting. This just tells you all the different things that can be crafted. And you can choose like what skill you're crafting with. Like I have Chef and Huntsman. Those are my only 2 things right now that I've learned. Shows all like your recipes. Then you have achievements. It shows all the achievements you've completed and what you need to do to get those achievements. Like daily, monthly, Slayer, things like that. Then PvP. This is awesome. You don't need to work your way to get to PvP. If you want to go at level 1, that's fine. You just click on this tab right here and then hit either play now or go to the Mists. The Mists is basically a lobby. Play now will just throw you into a game. The Mists is a lobby. You get bumped up to level 80. If you play structured PvP, you'll have all the skills unlocked and you can get PvP weapons. If you do World versus World, you do not have all the skills unlocked right away, which is the only reason that you would actually want to level up before playing World versus World. But you can actually level in World versus World. It's a lot like PvP because there are monsters around with people as well, and there's a lot to do where you can get experience, although it's not quite as fast as PvE to level. Next up, you have your inventory, obviously. You have your bag slots over here. You can put bags, which will give you extra inventory space. Has a nice search function, so you can search for things. You can choose if it says like what type of bag you're currently looking in or not. So, like if you have that turned on, it'll just say which backpack it's in. You have all your items in there. Next up, you have contacts. That's just your friends, so it shows your friends. Looking for group. Followers, don't really know what that means. And then blocked, obviously. And you just add people up here. Next up, you have mail. This is pretty important. This is when you finish, they're not quests, they're called hearts. They're kind of like dynamic events, but they're always in the same place. They're not quite quests, though. They're more fun than quests, honestly, in my opinion, at least. You accept the rewards in here. The logs will be in here. You can delete them. Also, people can send you things through mail. You can send things to people. You can compose mail, who you want to send it to, subject, what you want to say. You can drag items that you want to send to somebody down here. You can pick to give them a certain amount of money. So that's cool. There is actually no player-to-player trading. Everything is done through mail or auction house, which I will go over more in another video. Basically, this is basically where all the trading goes down. There's the cash shop on here. The currency exchange, because you can actually buy the cash shop currency. You can buy it with cash or with gold. And then there's the trading post and all that, which I won't go over right now because I'm going to be going over that in another video a little more in depth. So the game menu obviously has options and all that, and then right here we have party. You can invite people, you can join a party, you can create a squad for like World versus World. I don't think that that's actually enabled yet, but that's what that is. Up here it will have your current quest. If you click on it, it'll show you more details about it. The name of the quest. It'll also your hearts will show up here, like the heart quests, I guess you could call them. It'll show what level you should be for whatever you're doing. If you're too high of a level, for an area you'll be down leveled, but if you're too low of a level, you will not be leveled up, which can make it kind of difficult. Then down here you have chat. Obviously, you can change your text size, you can change your filter, you can choose whether or not you want timestamps or channel tag stamps, which is nice. You don't have to search around through your options for these things. You can do it right here. You can take your channels and actually name them whatever you want. You can create a couple channels to put up here. Like you can have guild, combat, which is basically what's happening in combat. The main, you can choose what shows up on main and what doesn't. So that is definitely cool. You can choose whether to show or to hide the panel. Then right here you have your mini map. You can choose to zoom in, zoom out. You can draw on it. You can ping, which is really good for tactical type stuff. Click right here to look at the world map. You can look at everything on the world map, scroll in and out, look around. So that is nice right there. Down here, you have your current level, your next level, your experience, pretty generic, standard thing, tells you how much experience you have, all that. And then the most important thing, the skill bar. The way the skill bar works, first you have your swap weapon sets. You need to get to, I believe, level 7 to be able to swap weapon sets because you have to unlock a second weapon set. So you click that, or you just press the grave symbol, the button next to the number 1 on your keyboard, and that will do that. Has your 5 weapon skills. Those change depending on your weapons. You'll either have 5 for a two-handed weapon, or if you have one-handed weapons, you'll have 3 skills for your main hand, 2 skills for your offhand. You cannot choose what the skills are. Even shields have skills, which would be like shield bash, which stuns somebody, and then a skill that makes you block. Up here, for the warrior at least, you have adrenaline. It builds up as you fight, and depending on whether or not you have 1, 2, or 3 of the bars full, your adrenaline attack will do something different, generally just more damage or longer duration. So that's a special attack you need to actually build up before you can do. Your health right here is in this orb. The orb empties of red as you're damaged and goes down. Right here you have your damaged armor indicator. It like lets you know if your armor's damaged. It'll tell you if you have death penalty, which basically just makes your max health lower if you've recently died. You can click this button to dodge, but that's stupid. You generally are going to be double tapping a movement key. Any double tap any direction and you'll go in that direction. This is your endurance. It's used for dodging. Like when you dodge, the endurance bar will go down and you need to have a certain amount of endurance to dodge. Then here you have your healing skill. This spot right here will always be for a healing skill. You have your 3 utilities, which are skills that you unlock with traits, and you need to actually unlock the slots. Like my 3rd slot right here, you have to be level 20. This one I had to be 10, and this one I don't remember. I think level 5 or something like that. And basically what these are is they're just skills that are specific, not for weapons, but just for you in general, as I showed in my hero panel. And then you get your slot right here for your elite skill. Your elite skill is a really powerful skill. It will generally have a long cooldown. A lot of them are actually like form type things, which basically change your 1 through 5 skills and or take away these skills and or just make you more powerful. They do a lot of really cool things that I won't go over right now. And that pretty much covers it for the interface of the game. Now, obviously, once again, this is beta. Things can change. It's early beta, so things can definitely change. But that pretty much covers what the layout is. So if anyone has any questions about the layout or Guild Wars 2 in general, just let me know. And if you liked what you saw here, be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.